Some of you think you have good boundaries. You're nonchalant and you avoid getting hurt. But you're not good at setting boundaries. You're good at detaching yourself. And that's a trauma response. You've been hurt before. So now you stop vocalizing. You're unclear about your thoughts and feelings. You don't actually express your thoughts and feelings. And you end up ruining a relationship that probably just needed a conversation in order to fix it or get over the hurdle or bump that it reached. And this isn't even restricted to romantic relationships. You ruin any relationship, whether it's platonic or not, because of your reluctance to open up yourself to another human being since you've been hurt in the past. There's a huge difference between being nonchalant and just being a peaceful person. And if you're using nonchalant as a way to avoid your feelings and avoid confronting them, I hope through this video you can maybe start to think about why that is and maybe why it's not really a healthy option. My biggest problem to begin with, I'd say, is that oftentimes when people say they're being nonchalant and they don't really care too much, they don't really feel things that much, they're usually just being uncaring and neglectful of other people's feelings because of that one chance, that one opportunity that by acknowledging that other person's feelings or acknowledging their own feelings, they could be setting themselves up to be hurt again. And I just want to say, if you live life in constant fear of being hurt and you use that as an excuse, or that is the reason why you don't allow yourself to fully experience any relationship or anything that you're experiencing, you need to just have a little moment of self-reflection and understand that you're not really living. You're living as like a husk of a person because you're so scared that even something that may have been good for you, something that may have been a moment of happiness, it ends up just dying and decaying because, I don't know, you're being nonchalant. Being peaceful is a lot more about being mindful of who are the people helping you, who are the people actually pouring back into your life, and choosing to only really gravitate and really bounce off of those people. When you're more peaceful, it's like, oh, your person's trying to hurt me, I can acknowledge that and I can just move away from you and move more towards people who are actually pouring into me. You don't act nonchalant towards the people who are pouring into you. When you're being nonchalant, you're doing that to everyone, even those who are trying to actually benefit your life or who are even just trying to be in your life. When you're peaceful, you're like, oh, you're trying to be in my life? Okay, this is your little test trial, we'll see. Okay, you're a good person. I'm gonna treat you as a good person, as a valued person in my life. Okay, you're a bad person. Maybe I got hurt. I'm just living my peaceful life. You hurt me, okay. You're out my life now, and I'm gonna turn towards my community, my people who are pouring back into me because I know I can rely on them. I can go to them when I'm being hurt or when I've been hurt and be like, yo, that person was shifty, like, I've moved on because I'm living my peaceful life. I don't have to put up a facade and be like, bro, I don't even really care. Bro, if you can't cry to your homies, then like, maybe you just don't have good homies. If you can't be like, listen, I'm hurt right now and I need support, you need to reevaluate your friendships and your relationships. You struggle with your emotions, so you use nonchalance as a way to preserve a fake persona that isn't even you, instead of just being the true lover you are. If you're a lover boy, if you're a lover girl, whatever, like, tap into that. Stop trying to pretend you're someone who's uncaring, because what you could be doing is pushing away that person who is deserving of your love, who is ready to accept you as, the very emotional or very passionate person that you are, and it's like, that's perfect. Like, that's literally exactly the kind of partner or friend or yada 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 that I'm looking for. You're literally pushing away your own blessings by trying to be this nonchalant person, by trying to protect your ego and just be someone that you're not, and that just doesn't make any sense to me. Being nonchalant is all about acting indifferent when you actually do care about something. And that literally makes no sense. Why would you be dishonest about your own emotions? That's literal cognitive dissonance. You're feeling one way, but you're telling your brain, no, I don't feel that. Hello? Your brain is like, girl, what are you talking about? Meanwhile, you're over here like, nah, I don't care, I don't care. You're trying to convince yourself you don't care instead of just accepting that emotion, feeling the emotion, being there, being present as a human being, and eventually getting over it. That is how life works. You can't avoid getting hurt. You get hurt, you're like, okay, this is a real thug it out moment. You feel that emotion, you approach that emotion. You don't try and just avoid it and push it down and pretend that it didn't happen, because then, a few weeks, few months, few years down the line, when you're like, why is this still affecting me? Maybe it wouldn't affect you so much if you had actually acknowledged how you felt in that moment. You didn't. You gaslit yourself. You were like, nah, I don't feel anything. Yes, you do. You were crying. You woke up in the morning and didn't want to live. Stop pretending. Stop doing this fake persona. It makes absolutely no sense to me. And I think it's actually weak for someone to be nonchalant and hurt others and avoid their own feelings instead of actually targeting and just being in touch with your own emotions. I think that's incredibly strong. If you can be like, this is what I'm feeling, I'm going to feel it and I'm going to move through and pass it and become a bigger and better person after that. That is a true sign of strength. If you have to pretend that you don't care about something, you are weak. You are weak if you have to be like, nah, I don't care, and you know that you care. What are you doing to yourself? You're literally hurting. Baby, you're hurting yourself. Please. Let's get over this. It's 2023. We cannot still be doing this. Too many of y'all are too grown to be doing. You're 20. Like, okay, why are you still acting nonchalant? Like you're still in an elementary, middle school relationship. Why are you still like, nah, I ain't go double text her. I can't let her know I care. Why? Let's say that you aren't engaging with a person who is deserving of your feelings. Whatever kind of relationship this is, romantic or platonic. Do you not deserve to know your own emotions? Do you not deserve to be able to feel them and to just be in touch with yourself? When you're pretending that you're not feeling something and you're trying to be nonchalant, who else is this hurting besides, let's say, the other person? It's hurting you. You're causing your own unhappiness. Back to the cognitive dissonance. When what you're actually feeling and what you're trying to pretend you're feeling is not on the same wavelength, you're not going to feel happy. You're not going to feel like you're moving and operating and going through life at your best. You're going to be miserable. And because you're so committed to this facade and to protecting your ego and trying to pretend like you don't have emotions, who is that good for? Who is that really helping? Is it helping you? Do you not feel emotionally stunted? Do you feel like you're growing as a person by pretending you're not feeling something that you are? I'm curious to know. If you felt the need to be nonchalant because someone told you, oh, you're too sensitive, like it wasn't even that serious, the people you were around or the people or person that said this to you, there is just I don't think that there is any way to be too sensitive right now in this world. I mean, unless you're like a conservative right-wing person and you feel triggered at like someone existing and having human rights. But for the most part, whenever someone's saying that you're too sensitive, what they're saying is, why are you not allowing me to mistreat and abuse you? Why are you not laughing this off and pretending like it doesn't hurt you when I know it hurts you because I said it with that intent? And if there's a person around you doing that, rather than trying to be nonchalant and be like, oh, what you're saying isn't fazing me, kick them out of your life. Like, channel the energy of, you're not going to disrespect me on my phone. You're not going to disrespect me in my life. Like, I can simply just say you're no longer in it. Like, this isn't some sort of locked in story mode where it's like, I can't get rid of you. No. I control the choices in this, and I'm choosing that you're no longer a part of my life. You can no longer hurt me. And that's all about maintaining your own peace, literally protecting your own peace. You don't have to be nonchalant. You just have to be okay, and now you're out of my life. Okay, what did that do for you? What you thought would happen is that I would just sit here and take your hurt and be like, no, I'm not hurt. I'm just being too sensitive. No, you're not, baby. It's literally your own life. It's literally your own life. they have no legal right to be in it. You can quite literally just be like, I'm done with you. You don't even have to say that to them. Babes, you should never ever feel bad for ghosting a bad person. That was not a ghosting, that was an exorcism. You were removing them. Okay? They are the ghost. They are the negative spirit haunting your life. It's time to let them go. You don't need to be nonchalant. Proudly be that the lover. I love people. Love them as passionately, as emotionally, as fiercely as you do. Of course, I'm saying, like, you know, if you have like attachment issues or like inferiority complex, you feel, if you're a needy person, like, first of all, there's nothing wrong with being needy. You just need to find a person who can actually fill those needs. Like, you shouldn't have to change. If you fundamentally just are the type of person who just needs more love, just find the person who has a lot of love that they want to give. Stop trying to make it work with a puzzle piece that's not fitting. Okay? Listen. I'm just saying, these are just my thoughts, but I'm very curious to know, if you're watching this video, what do you think? What are your thoughts on this whole being nonchalant manner? No, not double texting, because you know you want to be like, no, I don't really care. Stupid to me. Double text, triple text, quad text. I'm gonna send a paragraph. If that's one thing about me. If I'm giving you that and you're just not putting out what I need, what I'm expecting back from my energy, you can ask the people close to me, babes, okay, bye. I haven't a care in the world. I haven't a care in the world. I got too much. I got my Instagram accounts. I got my work, my internship. I'm working out. I got too much to worry about. If I'm giving you energy or space in my life and you aren't reciprocating that and you aren't acting as a person deserving of that, toodaloo, toodaloot, toodaloot. Less people for me to text. Less people for me to remember. Less birthdays, less presents, less money spent. Like that. It's just like that. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on this video. It's not going to change my opinion, but it is my opinion. Like, you didn't have to watch this video. If you made it to this end, though, you're either a real one or my #1 hater, and either way, I appreciate you giving me that view. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.